All right, so privately owned carriages could soon be spotted on South Africa's railways. The Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana, delivering his medium-term budget policy statement today, said that Transnet would allow third-party access to the freight rail network by 2022. So that means private rail operators will be able to use that network. Let's talk about the implications. We're joined by the Chief Executive Officer at the African Rail Industry Association, Mesela Nhlapo. Ms. Nhlapo, thank you for being with us. Your response to what the Finance Minister said today.
Good evening. It's a long time coming. From last year, on the 15th of October 2020, the President announced that they will be allowing third-party access into the core network. And we've been strongly advocating for it and showing the social benefits for our country to have third-party access. So for us, it's quite exciting, but we hope that we will have a smooth sailing into making sure that the implementation benefits the country, benefits particularly the youth of this country, and reduce poverty in our country.
South Africans for years, I think, have been used to very bad news about our rail network. We hear that, firstly, they're being picked apart. There's a lot of robbery, security issues for passengers, and then a lot of freight is being transported by road because of the state of the rail network. Explain to people why private players will make a big difference in all of this.
Look, currently you have 190 million tons per annum that are moving by road. And if third-party access is implemented today, that you will add then onto the rail network 58 million tons per annum. But most importantly is to increase the volume on our rail network that will then save government money on road maintenance. But when you look at what would be the real tangible benefits, you have private sector coming in, then the demand for volume and the demand by the likes of the mines and agriculture will then kick in a demand for rail rolling stock. What that means is that, at least in terms of our research, we're looking at a demand worth 45 billion rands. Now, we translate that into the manufacturing sector, translate that into jobs. Then we position ourselves as South Africa as the leader on the continent, in particular responding to the African Union resolution that South Africa will champion and be the leader in terms of manufacturing rail rolling stock. So the upside for the country is huge. And the knock-on effect on the entire economy is a positive one. Whether we need government funding to have third-party access in place, we don't need government money. Third-party access is a positive budget structural change. So this is what the country needs. This is not a nice to have. We look at the Transnet recent financial statement. Then you look at the downgrading by Moody. So working with public sector in the best interest of our country is no-brainer. Yeah. So we need to implement third-party access as soon as possible.
And I remember Transnet responding to images of train stations that have just deteriorated, once thriving and clean and fresh and just not being used at all. So private players confirm will change the security situation. You can get private security guards and deal with theft and things like that as well.
Look, the way I look at it, this is our infrastructure. And those dilapidated assets, they present an opportunity as well. Can we get your small, medium enterprises to revive those stations? Because it has always been a market, a vibrant market, and SMMEs where there would be business. Maybe should start looking at it that way. And the asset is not only the state asset, it's your asset, is my asset. As South Africans, can we learn to protect our asset and not leave it to government? can we take responsibility and say, that is my asset, I pay for it, and let's protect our assets. It's not a government responsibility only, but we have to take responsibility because that infrastructure benefits us. Without the infrastructure, we'll see job losses, we'll see companies liquidating. So the quality of the infrastructure, what remains in place, is dependent on us. Yes, we can bring in security, but what is important is that we need to protect what is ours as South Africans.
Thank you so much for your time. Chief Executive Officer at the African Rail Industry Association, Mesela Nhlapo.